Hi, this is Sarantos. Well, May is here. Are you as excited as I am? In Chicago, I think we finally can say spring is here. Even though we're still having wild fluctuations in temperature, at least it is getting up to like 50 to 70 degrees once in a while 30 degrees the next day, but it's trending. When I think of May, I think of two things. I think of Mother's Day and I think of graduations. I didn't release a Mother's Day song this month, although maybe that is a song that's going to come in the future. But this song, I released a song called Graduation Day. We've all been there. Whether we're talking about graduating grammar school, Greek school, high school, college, medical school, law school, getting your PhD, graduating is really one of the best days of our lives. It's very memorable for us, as well as our family and our friends. So I think it's safe to say that every one of us has graduated from something at least one time in their life. You get a diploma, and it's a little bit more than just a piece of paper. I know when I graduated, there's a sense of pride and accomplishment, and even though the moment is fleeting, your graduation day flies by before you know it. You get a piece of paper, and really, how long are you up on stage getting that diploma? A few seconds? 10 seconds? Your moment is gone in a flash. But it's more about that moment. It's more than just that piece of paper. It really is about all the hard work that you put into it. They don't just hand those things out. Only you really know what you did behind the scenes to earn that piece of paper. The hours you put into studying. The tests you took, the homework you did, the nagging by your parents. Again, we've all been there. But at the end of the day, you did it. No one else did it for you. And maybe as we get older, we forget about how tough school really was. Maybe when we see young kids, teenagers, college students, we should cut them a little bit of slack. There's a lot of expectations, not just from themselves, but from their parents, their teachers, their friends. There's a lot of pressure in the world today to compete and to get an education. When I was growing up, not everybody went to college, and certainly not everybody went to Greek school, which my parents forced me to go to for grammar school. And although I hated it at the time, I did learn to look back on those years with a certain fondness. I actually miss those years now, but there were times it's hard to keep it together. Cramming for tests, if you have several tests all at the same time. Imagine nowadays. Student loan debt has surpassed credit card debt in this country for the first time. Isn't that insane? I thought I had a lot of credit card debt. Can you imagine now how hard it is to get into a competitive school? Almost everybody goes to college, if not beyond, and they amass so much student debt. Their whole life is almost written for them. It used to be that buying a house or a car was one of your biggest expenses. Can you imagine having $100, $200, $300, $400,000 in student debt? It's crazy, but that's the world we live in, especially in America. So when you listen to this song, think about that. Think about the day of celebration, but think about the hard work it took for you or your child or your friend to get to that day. When I thought about the music video for this song, yeah, I could have showed a bunch of people celebrating, I could have shown a big party, but I really wanted to show the behind the scenes about how tough it is to get that degree. And I thought this rock, funky kind of song with a happy vibe that had a little bit of undercurrent of R&B, the emotion, I thought I just could express that in the best manner by just making an honest video, very simple, about a college student and what they go through to get to their graduation day. On purpose, there's no fun or partying portrayed because, yeah, college life might be full of some parties, but it really is about the day in, day out hard work and just showing up. That is a theme in life, in sports, in school. Life isn't easy, is it? As I've talked about in the past, my parents were immigrants from Greece. And even though my dad was the hardest working guy I've ever met in my life, I mean, he worked like a dog, there was only one thing on his mind each and every day, and that was education for me and my sister. He stressed it. He never talked about anything else that was more important. When I actually graduated, I'd always look at him and he just had such a content, peaceful smile on his face. And I knew that I had made him proud of me in that moment. In that 10 seconds it took for me to go on stage, walk across it, get my diploma, and walk off. I'll never forget that look in his eyes. My dad was a humble guy. He just worked. He never bragged. He wasn't like most people who just talk nonstop about their kids and just brag about their kids. But that smile it just is something I'll never ever forget. Those are some of the happiest moments in my life. Yeah, and even when I graduated Greek school in 8th grade, I knew he was proud of me. I just knew how much it meant to him. And nothing else mattered to him. Money never mattered. Fame never mattered. It never mattered what other people said about him or me. All that mattered to him, and something he told me repeatedly, when you have an education, no matter what happens to you, no matter what low point you reach in your life, whether you go through bankruptcy, whether you get a divorce, no matter what shit happens to you, nobody can take that education away from you. So again, that's why in this video I decided not to focus on the glorious happy day and celebration, but instead show the behind the scenes of what it took to get there. The charity for this song is the Marine Graduation Foundation. It was suggested by a fan, Peter. Thank you for that, Peter. They provide support and they provide and create opportunities for all of us to help support our troops and to try to get them to graduate. So anyway, that's all I have for you for this month, and I hope you have a great month of May. Have a wonderful Mother's Day to everyone out there. And for me, June can't come fast enough. I have a really big surprise for you next month. I think it's the best song I've ever done. The vibe it's creating behind the scenes is really unbelievable, and I can't wait for you to hear it. It's called Above the Clouds. Have a great day. I love you all.